are some of the challenges with getting executive buy-in on customer insights and UX research? Because they've already got quite a firm idea in their mind. I would say that that's the point where it's a little bit of a challenge, where perhaps it's not necessarily what they want to hear or they hope to hear.
You do a lot of UX research and you can see the problems right in front of you. And so, for example, you can look at recordings and you can see exactly the customer struggle. Then it's quite hard to actually paint that picture without just making them sit through it, which is something they're unlikely to commit the time to. The other thing I can think of is because UX research is quite a small group and because it's qualitative research, there's such a focus in my company in terms of like, what's the revenue opportunity here? Can you quantify that? And that's not necessarily what you're getting from UX research or insights. You're getting something which can lead to quantification and can definitely...
Sometimes there's a bit of urgency with certain features, and there's stakeholders that would like to bypass UX research just to save time and get things to market quicker.
What metrics do you currently use to measure the success of your UX program? I mean, I'm not sure if we have metrics to measure the success of the program itself as such. When we make a change, the question will always come back to us as how much money has this made, which to some extent is a fair question.
We also have a lot of internal metrics which are largely put forward by the product owners. It can be reduced drop-off rate, profit margins, things like that. But a lot of those are driven actually by the product owners in terms of how they want to measure the success of their product.
We look at things in terms of testing, for example. I look at things like success rate and time on task. So between iterations 1 and 2, I look for, an improvement in the success rate or a reduction in the time on task. How do you demonstrate the value of UX and experience research? So we do a good amount of workshops that kind of teach our team not only about UX, but give them kind of insight into what we do, how it is impacting our business. I won't just share those within the product team. I'll share them within the broader organization, which I think helps to demonstrate the value, but also bring visibility into UX and what we're working on.
I try to really bring stakeholders and the wider team on the journey from the beginning. I'll involve them in any kickoff when I'm planning my research plan. I'll invite them to observe sessions. I'll encourage them to take notes as well. And I do find that when it kind of comes to playback, because they've been through that initial journey, what we present back is less shocking. They have a bit more empathy with the user, a bit more empathy, I guess, with us as well. It's always a bit of a challenge for a researcher and it can be quite disheartening, but I think it takes time to get there. It takes time to kind of get them on board with your way of thinking. But when they do, it really pays off.